His wife, who vanished 4 years ago, suddenly returned home. The husband was ecstatic yet shocked, but the wife couldn't remember him or their son. To help her recall, Mark moved back to their old house where they got married. He even brought their 8-year-old son to her. Unfortunately, Mary still remembered nothing. Mark said it didn't matter. Maybe she'll remember after spending more time with our son. He dressed Mary as a bride. The home was decorated festively, just like when they got married. But when Mark told his mother the news, she strongly opposed him being with Mary. No DNA test done yet. Even if she's the ex-wife, so what? She abandoned our grandson for 4 years without a word. I only acknowledge Lucy as my daughter-in-law. She's the mother of my grandson. Mark tried to speak well of Mary, but his mother said just wait and see. This woman will surely run away again someday. Her words put Mark in a tough spot. He persuaded his mother to meet with Mary and her son. At first meeting, Mary felt extremely awkward. She suggested taking the son out for shopping. The grandmother doubted her sincerity towards the son. Mary said despite the amnesia, she fell for Mark at first sight. The mother-in-law didn't believe her, sensing something was off. Endless suspicions upset Mary. The two had a big fight, not noticing the son had run off. When they realized, they couldn't find him anywhere. Mark arrived angry upon hearing the news. How could two adults fail to keep an eye on a child? Thankfully, the boy was safe. A taxi driver had taken him home, but to Lucy's father's place. Even though he's not the biological grandson, but his daughter acted as his mother for a long time. He immediately phoned Mark to tell him the child was here, threatening him that if it happened again, he'd use his connections to strip him of custody. After this incident, Mark's mom had a terrible impression of Mary, and Mark was a bit upset because of it. To keep Mary from being kicked out, he took her to see Lucy for questioning to confirm her identity, and to quickly close her 4-year-old disappearance case. Mary felt a bit awkward about meeting the three of them, but Lucy just wanted to handle it by the book, saying if you really are the ex-wife, why does the passport you're holding have a different name? Mary explained she didn't know either, because in her memory she had an ex-husband but it wasn't Mark. Maybe it was given to her by him. Later, he died in an accident while chopping wood. Lucy said these words can't serve as proof of identity, demanding a DNA test. Lucy panicked, saying it wasn't necessary. Mark also felt it was overdoing it, but Lucy strongly insisted on having the test. Later, she arranged for Mary to meet with a psychologist, trying to diagnose and recover her memory. After a session of hypnosis, she recalled her family being very poor in childhood, and her mother always hit her. When the consultant tried to delve into the 4 lost years, her subconscious strongly resisted. Lucy wondered why. The expert said it could be due to traumatic memories. Her subconscious wanting to forget would do this. When she could recover the memories was uncertain. Lucy began to suspect Mary's behavior, because that ex-wife was from a wealthy background and unlikely to have been abused. Now they could only wait for the DNA results. That day, the station received a sudden report. A woman died last night in the snow. Lucy approached the deceased only to find, to her surprise, the dead person was her best friend. She's been friends with her since her student days, and the initial police investigation suggests the work of a serial killer. The last attack by this killer was 4 years ago. All victims were married women. Their rings were taken after death. Lucy couldn't bear to call her best friend's husband. This man was Mark's close buddy. Seeing his wife's body, he collapsed on the spot, crying over an argument with his wife last night. She went to a bar alone. Now they're eternally apart. Lucy learned during the investigation, Mark had received a call from his buddy that night, asking him to help look for his wife at the bar. When questioned by Lucy, Mark said he went but didn't find her. So she returned to the crime scene, noticing a factory across the street. She and her partner went to question the night security. He said he heard a car in the middle of the night, but it was too dark to see which car. It left after about 10 minutes. Lucy went to get surveillance footage. She was told the crime scene was by a roadside, surrounded by 2 cameras. A car passing the first camera should appear on the second in about 6 to 7 minutes, but Lucy found a suspicious 4-wheeler, only captured by the first camera, then it vanished into thin air. This puzzled both of them. After work, Lucy returned to her father's house, reminding him to go for leg rehab, but found him in a bad mood. He explained his phone was stolen from the car. The window was also suddenly smashed. Somehow, Lucy felt there was more to it than just phone theft. Back at the station, she received Mary's identity report, and the results were shocking.